Hello everyone, and welcome to West Africa. Today we're embarking on a grand tour of this vibrant and wonderfully complex region. This isn't just a geography lesson, it's an introduction to 16 distinct nations. West Africa is a mosaic of cultures, languages, and landscapes, from bustling megacities to serene coastlines and ancient empires. For each of the 16 countries we visit, we're going to cover the essentials. And finally, the grand finale for each stop, the flag. Stick around for the whole ride, from the powerhouse of Nigeria to the beautiful island nation of Cape Verde. Let's begin our incredible journey through the heart of West Africa. Nigeria, the giant of Africa. With over 200 million people, it's the most populous country on the continent. It's a place of incredible energy, commerce, culture, and creativity. Lagos is the New York City of Nigeria, chaotic, creative, and never sleeps. Abuja, on the other hand, is its Washington, D.C., a planned city. The flag has 3 vertical stripes, green, white, and green. The 2 green stripes symbolize Nigeria's rich agricultural wealth. The white stripe stands for peace and unity, simple, profound, and beautifully Nigerian. Next up, we're heading just next door to a country known for its gold, its hospitality, and its pivotal role in the history of African independence. Welcome to Ghana. Often called the Black Star of Africa, Ghana holds a special place in the continent's story. It was the first sub-Saharan African country to gain independence from colonial rule back in 1957. That moment sent a powerful message across the continent and the world. A new era was dawning. Led by the legendary Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana became a beacon of hope and a symbol of Pan-Africanism. It's the older, wise cousin who paved the way for everyone else to follow. The capital city is a name that just rolls off the tongue, Accra. Situated right on the Atlantic coast, Accra is a vibrant and sprawling city that perfectly blends the old with the new. You can be walking through the bustling Makola Market, a sensory explosion of colors, sounds, and smells, and then a few minutes later find yourself in a modern neighborhood with trendy cafes and art galleries. It's a city that wears its history on its sleeve, with landmarks like Independence Square and the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, while also pulsing with a youthful, forward-looking energy. It's a place where history isn't just in a museum, it's right there on the street corner, dancing with the future. Now let's unfurl that beautiful flag. The Ghanaian flag is iconic, one of the most recognizable in Africa. It features 3 horizontal stripes of red, yellow, and green, with a bold black 5-pointed star sitting right in the middle of the yellow stripe. This design isn't just aesthetically pleasing, it's packed with meaning and inspired by the Pan-African colors first used by Ethiopia. The flag was designed by Theodosia Oko, a celebrated Ghanaian artist, and it perfectly captures the spirit of the nation. It's a flag that doesn't just represent a country, it represents an entire movement of freedom and self-determination. So, let's break down the symbolism. The red stripe at the top represents the blood of those who fought and died for the country's independence, a powerful and somber reminder of the sacrifices made. The yellow stripe in the middle symbolizes Ghana's mineral wealth, particularly its rich gold deposits, which gave the country its colonial name, the Gold Coast. The green stripe at the bottom signifies the country's lush forests and rich natural environment. And that single solitary black star? That is the lodestar of African freedom, the symbol of African emancipation and unity against colonialism. It's the star that guides the way, a powerful statement of hope and pride for Ghana and for all of Africa. Next stop on our West African tour, Senegal. Officially the Republic of Senegal, it's the continent's westernmost point. Steeped in history, from the ancient Jolof Empire to its role in the transatlantic slave trade. The capital, Dakar, is a vibrant metropolis. The flag rocks the Pan-African colors. Green represents hope and fertility. Yellow stands for wealth and the arts. The green star symbolizes unity and openness. Red is for the sacrifice for independence. Côte d'Ivoire, officially requested to be called that in every language since 1986, is an economic powerhouse in West Africa. They are the world's largest producer of cocoa beans. It's a nation of incredible ethnic diversity, with more than 60 different groups. Officially, the capital is Yamoussoukro, but the economic heart is Abidjan. The Ivorian flag looks strikingly similar to the Irish flag, but the colors are reversed. The orange represents the savannas, white signifies peace, and green, the coastal forests. Next, Burkina Faso, meaning Land of Upright People. Adopted in 1984 by Thomas Sankara, it reflects the nation's spirit. Its capital, Ouagadougou, is the cultural heart, hosting FESPACO, Africa's largest film festival. The flag, also from 1984, symbolizes a break from the colonial past. Red represents revolution, green signifies agricultural wealth, and the yellow star is the revolution's guiding light. A nation's story in 3 colors. Next, we're heading north to Mali, a place with serious history. We're talking about empires, sprawling centers of wealth, learning, and culture. Its capital, Bamako, is a bustling metropolis on the Niger River. The Malian flag features green, yellow, and red stripes. It's a classic Pan-African color scheme, a symbol of unity. Green represents fertility, yellow symbolizes mineral wealth, and red stands for courage and sacrifice. It's a beautiful symbol of a nation, a true giant of the Sahel. Okay, now we're moving next door to a country that shares a name with a very famous river, Niger. And no, it's not pronounced the way some people on the news say it. Let's get it right, people, it's Niger. This is a nation of incredible landscapes, from the savannah to the vast expanse of the Sahara Desert. It's a place of resilience and stark beauty. The capital city is Niamey, which, like Bamako, is situated on the life-giving Niger River. The river is the country's artery, a source of life and commerce in a land that is largely desert. Niamey is a city that has grown rapidly, a blend of traditional markets and modern buildings, all under the powerful Sahelian sun. Now, let's get into Niger's flag, because this one is unique and tells a very specific story about the country's geography. It has 3 horizontal stripes. The top stripe is a vibrant orange, the middle is pure white, and the bottom is a rich green. It's a beautiful design, very clean, very distinct. It doesn't scream Pan-Africanism in the same way as the green, yellow, and red combinations we've seen, but it tells a story that is deeply rooted in the land itself. It's a flag that you can almost feel. You feel the heat, you see the landscape, it's a visual postcard of the nation, which is a pretty clever thing for a flag to be. So let's break down this geographical postcard. That bright orange stripe at the top, that's the Sahara Desert. You can't miss it, it covers a huge part of the country. It represents the vast, sandy northern regions, a place of immense scale and breathtaking, if harsh, beauty. The green stripe at the bottom represents the more fertile savanna regions in the south, particularly the basin of the Niger River, where most of the population lives and farming is possible. It's the color of life, vegetation, and hope. And caught right between the desert and the farmland is that crisp, white stripe, symbolizing peace and purity. It's the hope for a harmonious existence between the different regions and peoples of the nation. But wait, there's more. Right in the center of that white stripe, there's a perfect orange circle. It's not a star, it's not a crescent, it's a disc. What does it represent? It's the sun, of course. It's that powerful, ever-present Saharan sun, a symbol of the nation's sovereignty and its determination to protect its rights. It's like the country is saying, yes, the desert is tough, but the sun also gives us life and power. It's a stunningly simple and evocative flag, a perfect representation of Niger's identity, a nation defined by the sand, the river, and the sun. All right, let's travel south now, back to the coast, to the incredible nation of Benin. This is a country that is the cradle of the Vodun religion, or Voodoo as it's more famously known, and the historical site of one of Africa's most powerful and sophisticated kingdoms, the Kingdom of Dahomey. The official capital is a city called Porto Novo, a charming place with a lot of Afro-Portuguese architectural influence. However, the economic hub and largest city where all the action really happens is Cotonou. So you have an official capital and a de facto capital. It's like having a formal suit for official pictures, but wearing your favorite track pants for everything else. The flag of Benin is another one that uses the classic Pan-African colors, but it arranges them in a very distinct and interesting way. The design features a bold green vertical stripe on the left side, taking up about a third of the flag. On the right side, the remaining 2/3 are divided into 2 horizontal stripes, yellow on top and red on the bottom. It's a really dynamic design, the vertical and horizontal lines playing off each other. It's like the flag couldn't decide which way to go, so it just did both. And you know what? It works. Now, the meaning behind this unique arrangement is, as always, deeply symbolic. That green vertical stripe represents the hope for renewal and the rich palm groves of the south. Palm oil was a huge part of the nation's economy, so it's a nod to the natural wealth that has sustained the people for centuries. Then you have the 2 horizontal stripes, which together represent the nation's story. The yellow stripe symbolizes the savannas of the north and the country's abundant wealth, a reminder of the prosperity of the great kingdoms of the past. And beneath the yellow, the red stripe carries the weight of history. It stands for the courage of their ancestors and the blood shed by the Dahomey warriors in defense of their land, and later, the blood spilled during the struggle for independence. The flag was first adopted in 1959, then abandoned during a Marxist period in the 70s and 80s, when they used a red flag with a green star. But in 1990, they brought this one back. It's a flag that doesn't just represent a country, it represents a comeback story. It's a visual declaration that says, we honor our past, we embrace our land, and we remember the courage that got us here. Togo, officially the Togolese Republic, proves good things come in small packages. Its capital, Lome, is right there on the coast. Lome is famous for its massive central market, the Grand Marché, where you can find absolutely anything. Now let's talk about this flag because it is busy. You've got 5 horizontal stripes, alternating green and yellow, representing the 5 administrative regions. Up in the top left corner, you've got this bold red square, representing the bloodshed for independence. Inside is a single white star, the Star of Hope, signifying life, purity, and peace. Sierra Leone, translating to Lion Mountains, is a nation on the Atlantic coast. Known for its stunning beaches, lush rainforests, and diamonds, it has a history of resilience. Its capital, Freetown, was founded as a settlement for freed slaves. The flag's green represents agriculture, white symbolizes unity and justice, and blue stands for Freetown's harbor and peace. All right, our next stop is Liberia, and if you look at its flag, you might do a double take. You might think, wait, did someone leave a tiny American flag in the wash and it shrunk? And you wouldn't be totally wrong. There's a deep historical reason for that resemblance. Liberia, like Sierra Leone, was founded as a home for freed slaves, but this time, primarily from the United States. The American Colonization Society established it in the 1820s, and it became Africa's first republic in 1847, a place founded on the idea of liberty, hence the name Liberia. It has this unique, complex relationship with the United States that you can see in its culture, its political system, and yes, its flag. Its capital city, Monrovia, drives this point home. It's named after James Monroe, the 5th U.S. president, who was in office when the first settlers arrived. Can you imagine that, naming your capital city after a foreign leader? It tells you everything about the country's origins. Monrovia is a city that has been through a lot, from its hopeful beginnings to devastating civil wars, and now it's in a period of rebuilding and renewal. It's a coastal city, bustling and chaotic, full of life and energy, a testament to the incredible spirit of the Liberian people who are determined to forge a peaceful and prosperous future for themselves. So let's break down this flag, the Lone Star. It has 11 horizontal stripes, alternating red and white. These 11 stripes represent the 11 men who signed the Liberian Declaration of Independence. It's a direct nod to the founding fathers of the nation. The red stripes symbolize the courage, valor, and strength of those founders and the nation they built. The white stripes, on the other hand, represent purity, cleanliness, and the clarity of their vision for a new life of freedom on the African continent. It's a very deliberate design with every element carrying a piece of the country's origin story. And then, of course, there's the blue square in the top left corner, the canton. This blue field represents the continent of Africa, the new homeland. And sitting right in the middle of it is a single, large white star. This isn't just for decoration. This is the Lone Star that gives the flag its nickname, and it symbolizes Liberia's unique position as the first independent republic in Africa with a Western-style constitution. It was a beacon of freedom, a shining star of liberty on a continent that was, at the time, almost entirely under colonial rule. The whole flag is a declaration. We are free, we are here, and we built this ourselves. Let's talk about Guinea. To be clear, we're talking about the Republic of Guinea, sometimes called Guinea-Conakry. Conakry is the economic and cultural heart. The flag features 3 vertical stripes, red, yellow, and green. Red represents the blood for independence. Yellow stands for sunshine and mineral wealth. Green symbolizes lush vegetation and agricultural richness. It's a story of sacrifice, wealth, and nature. Now that we've covered Guinea, let's explore its neighbor, Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau is known for the Bijagos Islands, a biosphere reserve with a unique matriarchal society. The capital city is Bissau. It has a distinct Portuguese colonial architectural style. The flag of Guinea-Bissau is special. It features a black star, inspired by the flag of Ghana. The green represents hope, the yellow symbolizes natural resources, and the red stands for the bloodshed for independence. The black star is a symbol of Africa and its people. We arrive at the Gambia. It's skinny, a long, narrow country completely surrounded by Senegal, except for a short Atlantic coastline. The country follows the Gambia River. Famous as the smiling coast of Africa, it's known for friendly people. It's the smallest country on mainland Africa. Its capital, Banjul, is on St. Mary's Island. Banjul is the administrative hub, with colonial-era buildings and Arch 22. The Gambia's flag features 5 horizontal stripes with unique white pinstripes. The red stripe represents the sun, the blue is for the Gambia River, and the green symbolizes the land. The white pinstripes stand for peace and unity. Let's head out into the Atlantic Ocean, to Cape Verde, or Cabo Verde. This stunning archipelago of 10 volcanic islands is a world of its own. It's where African and Portuguese cultures have mixed for centuries, creating a unique vibe. The flag of Cape Verde makes a bold statement. The deep blue represents the vast Atlantic, their highway and source of life. 3 stripes, white, red, and white, represent the path of building the nation. White symbolizes peace and red, the hard work of the people. The centerpiece is a circle of 10 golden stars. Each represents one of the main islands, united in a perfect circle, a powerful symbol of unity and harmony. Okay, now we're heading back to the mainland, to a country that is vast, epic, and serves as a geographic and cultural bridge. Imagine a place where the sands of the Sahara Desert meet the Atlantic coast, where North Africa shakes hands with sub-Saharan Africa. That, my friends, is Mauritania. This is a land of immense landscapes, ancient caravan cities, and a history that is written in the shifting sands. The capital city is Nouakchott, a name that literally means place of the winds. And trust me, when you're on the edge of the world's largest hot desert, you can bet there's a bit of a breeze. It's a place that commands respect with its sheer scale and quiet dignity. And the flag of Mauritania? It's as profound and symbolic as the nation itself. The primary color you'll see is a deep green. Now, in many cultures, green means go or money, or maybe that your vegetables have gone bad. But here and across the Islamic world, green is a color of deep significance. It represents Islam, the nation's official religion and a cornerstone of its identity. But it also speaks of hope and the promise of a prosperous future. In a land dominated by the golden hues of the desert, this vibrant green is a powerful symbol of life, faith, and the aspiration for growth and abundance for all its people. Right in the center of that field of green, you'll find a golden crescent moon and a star. This is a classic and widely recognized symbol of Islam, reinforcing the country's religious foundations. The crescent represents new beginnings and the Islamic lunar calendar, while the star signifies light, guidance, and the 5 pillars of Islam. It's a celestial emblem that speaks to a higher guidance, a spiritual compass for the nation. It's not just decoration, it's a declaration of faith and identity, placed right at the heart of their national banner for the entire world to see. It's like the country's mission statement written in the stars. Now, you might see some Mauritanian flags with a little something extra, and this is a recent, very meaningful addition. In 2017, the country added 2 red stripes, one at the top and one at the bottom. Why the change? These red bands were added to honor the blood, the sacrifices, and the efforts of the patriots who fought for the country's freedom and defended its territory. It's a way of saying, we will never forget. It adds a layer of history and solemn remembrance to the flag, framing the symbols of faith and hope with a tribute to the human cost of sovereignty. It's a powerful evolution of a national symbol, showing that a country's story is always being written. And just like that, our journey across the incredible tapestry of West Africa comes to a close. We've traveled from the bustling markets of Nigeria to the island paradise of Cape Verde, from the historic heart of Mali to the sandy shores of Mauritania. We've seen 16 countries, 16 capitals, and 16 flags, each one a unique story of history, culture, and aspiration. Thank you so much for coming along for the ride, for being curious, and for taking the time to explore this vibrant, diverse, and absolutely fascinating part of the world with me. It's been a privilege to be your guide on this adventure. I hope this tour has shown you that a flag is never just a piece of cloth. It's a history book, a mission statement, and a work of art all rolled into one. Each color, each shape, each star tells a tale of struggle, of triumph, of faith, and of the dreams of a nation. From the Pan-African colors that bind so many of these countries together to the unique symbols that set them apart, these flags are the visual heartbeats of West Africa. They are declarations of identity, proudly flown for all the world to see, and they deserve to be understood and appreciated. Now I want to hear from you. After seeing all these incredible designs and hearing their stories, which country or which flag stood out to you the most? Was it the bold simplicity of Nigeria's green and white? The powerful symbolism of Ghana's black star? Or maybe the unique oceanic design of Cape Verde? There are no wrong answers here, people. Jump into the comments below and let me know which one was your favorite and why. Let's get a conversation going and share our appreciation for this amazing region. And finally, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the flags and capitals of West Africa, and you want to join us for more educational adventures around the globe, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video, and become part of our community of curious minds. We have so much more of the world to explore together, one story at a time. Thank you again for watching, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next one.